Have you ever woken up feeling like your body just isn't as eager to start the day as it used to be? Maybe your joints feel stiff, or your energy takes a little longer to kick in. It's easy to think, well, that's just aging. But here's the truth, how you start your morning has a massive impact on how you feel, how much energy you have, and even how long you live. Most people don't realize this, but the habits you create in the first hour after waking up can either set you up for a strong, vibrant day, or slowly drain your health over time. The good news? You have the power to choose. Today, we're talking about 4 simple morning rituals that can help you feel younger, stay healthier, and yes, even add years to your life. Let's start with something most people overlook: hydration. You might not think much about it, but after sleeping for 7 or 8 hours, your body is actually dehydrated. And when you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, making your heart work harder. This can raise your blood pressure and put stress on your organs first thing in the morning. Not the best way to start the day, right? A lot of people reach for coffee right away, but here's a small change that can make a huge difference. Before you even take that first sip of coffee, drink a glass of water, preferably warm water with a squeeze of lemon. Lemon isn't just for flavor. It helps balance your pH levels, supports digestion, and gives your immune system a little boost with vitamin C. And if you've ever felt groggy or foggy in the morning, this simple step can help. Your brain is made up of about 75% water, so when you're dehydrated, you feel sluggish. Drinking water first thing in the morning wakes up your system, gets your metabolism going, and helps flush out toxins that your body worked hard to filter overnight. Now, you might be wondering, what if you don't like plain water? Well, you can infuse it with cucumber, a slice of ginger, or even a little mint. The key is to replenish your body before you put anything else in it. Once you've hydrated, it's time to get your body moving. I know mornings can be tough. Maybe you wake up with some stiffness in your back or knees, or maybe you're just not someone who loves exercise. But here's something to think about. The way you move in the first 15 minutes of your day can set the tone for how your body feels for the next 12 hours. Have you ever noticed how kids and animals instinctively stretch when they wake up? They don't even think about it. It's just natural. But as we get older, we stop listening to our bodies. We roll out of bed, start our routine, and before we know it, we're sitting for hours. That's why one of the best things you can do in the morning is gentle movement. You don't need to do anything intense. In fact, some of the best morning movements are simple, like stretching your arms overhead, rolling your shoulders, or doing light twists to wake up your spine. If you want something structured, try this. Stand up, take a deep breath in, reach your arms to the ceiling, then slowly bend forward and let your head hang. Hold that for a few seconds, then roll back up. This simple motion helps get circulation flowing, loosens up tight muscles, and gently wakes up your nervous system. And if you struggle with balance, here's a trick. Before you brush your teeth, stand on one leg for 10 seconds, then switch to the other. It may seem small, but it activates your core and strengthens stabilizer muscles that help prevent falls, one of the biggest risks as we age. The goal isn't to do a full workout in the morning. It's just a signal to your body that it's time to wake up, move, and feel alive. Now that we've covered hydration and movement, let's talk about something just as important. What's going on in your mind? Now that we've covered hydration and movement, let's talk about something just as important. What's going on in your mind? Have you ever noticed how easy it is to wake up and immediately start thinking about everything that could go wrong that day? Maybe you wake up to a long to-do list, worries about your health, or even just a sense of loneliness that lingers in the quiet of the morning. It happens to all of us. But here's the thing, your first thoughts in the morning set the tone for the rest of your day. If you start the day in a state of stress, frustration, or negativity, your body follows. Your stress hormones rise, your heart rate speeds up, and before you've even had breakfast, you're already in survival mode. But what if, instead, you trained your brain to wake up with a sense of calm, gratitude, and purpose? One of the simplest ways to do this is by practicing morning gratitude. And no, this doesn't mean you have to sit cross-legged and meditate for an hour. It's much simpler than that. As soon as you wake up, before you even step out of bed, take a few seconds to focus on 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. It could be something as simple as I'm grateful for this warm bed, I'm grateful that I have another day to enjoy, or even I'm grateful for my morning cup of coffee. The key is to train your brain to look for the good before it starts scanning for problems. Why does this matter? Because studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude have lower levels of stress, better heart health, and even stronger immune systems. And here's something even more interesting. When you focus on gratitude, your brain releases feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, which naturally lift your mood. That means you're not just thinking positively, you're physically changing how you feel. If you want to take this a step further, you can keep a small notebook by your bed and jot down one thing you're grateful for each morning. Over time, this simple habit rewires your brain to focus more on the positives in life, and that shift in mindset can actually add years to your health and happiness. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you, your breath. Most of us don't think much about how we breathe. It's automatic, right? But the way you breathe in the morning has a huge impact on how your body functions throughout the day. If you tend to wake up feeling anxious, sluggish, or even achy, chances are your breathing is shallow. When we breathe in short, shallow breaths, our bodies interpret that as stress. It's like a constant fight or flight signal, keeping our nervous system on high alert. But when we breathe deeply and slowly, we activate the body's relaxation response, lowering stress hormones and increasing oxygen to our cells. A simple way to start your morning with better breathing is to practice box breathing. It's incredibly easy. Here's how it works. Take a deep breath in through your nose for a count of 4. Hold that breath for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 4 seconds. Hold again for 4 seconds. That's it. Just a few rounds of this can slow your heart rate, calm your mind, and improve circulation, all before you even get out of bed. Another great technique, the 5-5-7 breath. Breathe in for 5 seconds, hold for 5, and exhale for 7. The longer exhale helps your body release tension and signals to your nervous system that it's safe to relax. Breathing is something we do thousands of times a day, but when we do it with intention, especially in the morning, it becomes one of the most powerful tools for boosting longevity, reducing stress, and improving energy levels. Now that we've talked about how to hydrate, move, and set the right mental tone for the day, let's dive into the final piece of the puzzle, what you put into your body first thing in the morning. Now that we've talked about how to hydrate, move, and set the right mental tone for the day, let's dive into the final piece of the puzzle, what you put into your body first thing in the morning. Most people don't realize this, but your first meal of the day does more than just fill your stomach. It sets the stage for your energy levels, your metabolism, and even how well your brain functions. The problem is, many common breakfast choices work against your body, not for it. Now that we've talked about how to hydrate, move, and set the right mental tone for the day, let's dive into the final piece of the puzzle, what you put into your body first thing in the morning. Most people don't realize this, but your first meal of the day does more than just fill your stomach. It sets the stage for your energy levels, your metabolism, and even how well your brain functions. The problem is, many common breakfast choices work against your body, not for it. Think about the typical breakfast: toast with jam, a bowl of cereal, maybe a muffin or a bagel. Sounds normal, right? But here's what happens inside your body. These foods cause a spike in blood sugar, giving you a quick burst of energy, followed by a crash. And when your blood sugar crashes, you feel sluggish, foggy, and even hungrier a couple of hours later. Not to mention, constantly spiking and crashing blood sugar levels can lead to long-term health issues like insulin resistance, inflammation, and even cognitive decline. So, what should you eat instead? The key is to fuel your body with protein, healthy fats, and fiber. This combination keeps your blood sugar stable, gives you long-lasting energy, and helps your brain function at its best. A great option is eggs. They're packed with protein and important nutrients like choline, which helps keep your brain sharp. Add a handful of leafy greens like spinach or kale for extra fiber and antioxidants. If you prefer something lighter, Greek yogurt with nuts and berries is another great choice. The yogurt provides protein and probiotics for gut health, while the nuts and berries offer healthy fats and fiber to keep you full and energized. And let's not forget about healthy fats. Avocado, olive oil, and even a handful of walnuts can do wonders for brain function, joint health, and heart health. Your body needs good fats to absorb certain vitamins and keep inflammation low. Now, I know some people love their morning toast or cereal, and I'm not here to tell you that you can never have it again. But small changes like swapping white toast for whole grain or adding protein to your meal can make a huge difference in how you feel throughout the day. And here's something you might not expect: what you drink with your breakfast matters too. Coffee lovers, don't worry. I'm not going to tell you to give up your morning cup. In fact, coffee has been linked to longevity when consumed in moderation. But the problem comes when people load it up with sugar and artificial creamers. Those sweeteners spike insulin levels, and contribute to inflammation, which speeds up aging. If you love coffee, try drinking it black or with a splash of unsweetened almond or coconut milk. And if you want an even better morning beverage, green tea is packed with antioxidants and has been shown to support brain health, metabolism, and heart function. By making these small tweaks, starting your morning with protein, fiber, and healthy fats instead of sugar and processed carbs, you're giving your body the fuel it actually needs to stay energized, stay sharp, and stay strong. So let's recap. First, you hydrate before coffee, before breakfast, just a simple glass of water to wake up your system. Then you move. Nothing intense, just gentle stretching or a few balance exercises to activate your body. Next, you set the right mindset, taking a moment for gratitude or deep breathing to start your day with calm and focus. And finally, you fuel your body the right way, choosing foods that nourish, energize, and protect your health. 4 simple habits. But when you do them consistently, the results are incredible. More energy, less brain fog, stronger muscles and joints, a healthier heart, and most importantly, a longer, happier life. Because aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. It doesn't have to mean losing energy or feeling weaker every year. You have control over how you feel, starting with the choices you make each morning. So now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits do you already do? And which one are you going to try starting tomorrow morning? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on staying healthy, strong, and independent as you age. Here's to living your best life at any age.